The National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters recently organized an amazing night to revive Kuwait's musical heritage by the seaside, with a keen audience attending who were eager to witness this special musical occasion.
The dynamic and exhilarating traditional Kuwaiti music being played during the event resonated beautifully with the mixed audience, Kuwaitis and expats alike, and anyone who hears the dynamic rhythms of Kuwait's traditional music. Reporter Nurhan Al-Elfi was there and has this report.
The National Council for Culture, Arts and Letters organized an amazing night to revive Kuwait's musical heritage by the seaside. The magnetic bar of Kuwait's traditional music, which has been played there, attracted many people from various nationalities, native listeners and foreigners as well.
Today we present the traditional songs and beats of Kuwait. It's one of the activities of the Kuwait National Assembly. We hope to save our history by playing these songs time by time.
Meanwhile, there is something about music. It has a kind of magic that can capture an emotion or moment in time. Traditional Kuwaiti music is enchanting in the sense that it can evoke the founding chapter of Kuwait's history and tie the native listener to his or her past. Also, the drums in the sea songs of Kuwait began to sound like crashing waves of the glorious but troubled sea.
Today's event is, Kuwaiti folklore music, our traditional music, and it's put on display here in Souk Sharq for all to see, which is wonderful because Souk Sharq being a shopping mall, a lot of people come by, a lot of international people, foreigners, actually we have some in the crowd, and it's great exposure to our culture and our music.
In addition, the sea was once the very lifeblood of Kuwaiti society in particular, and the Gulf society in general. Al-Fan al-Bahri, or the art of the sea song, is an art in which Kuwait's roots are intertwined with Bahrain. Kuwait was once dependent entirely on the sea for its prosperity, either through trade or beer diving expeditions, which often lasted months at a time. On the ocean, music served many purposes that were both psychological and emotional and practical as well. During working hours, the Nukhaza or ship captain would tell the professional musicians what to play, so the men on board would know what to do. This was a more respectful alternative to giving them direct orders. Today's event renewed Kuwait's culture beauty, which have been buried many years ago under the title of development and the wide range of nowadays music. From Souk Sharq, I am Nurhan Al-Alfi reporting to The Week in 30 minutes.
The Subah Al-Ahmad Center for Giftedness and Creativity recently received their students of the talented classes who secured the win in the advanced places in the Smart Brain competition.
The competition took place in the city of Bangkok, the capital city of the Kingdom of Thailand. Reporter Nurhan Al-Alfi brings us more details in this report.
Smart Brain is an educational training program for children of 6 to 13 years old, aimed at developing thinking, concentration and accuracy skills to self-confidence, problem-solving skills and overcoming difficulties. It is a new method that employs modern technology to develop children's mental abilities using math and numbers.
They won a couple of trophies where the kingdom, or the trophy under the name of the queen, and the prime minister as well, which never been won from any Arab countries or any Middle Eastern countries. Thanks God, and we are very proud of them. They reach level 5. There are 10 levels. They are very advanced levels. So we are training them since 2014. It's almost 2.5 years to 3 years.
The idea comes from the East, old Chinese arithmetic and Japanese modern science modifications coming from research on brain. It emerged in Japan and Chinese Taipei by Professor Li Kuan Long in the name of Smart Brain for Mental Calculation. It is a mental method of calculation that develops a child's brain to be smart.
This evening celebrating and happily the arrival of our star students. I call them stars. The way they represented Kuwait and Thailand, and the ranks they got, and the awards they obtained, it really makes us very proud in Kuwait here to see those young people at this age competing with internationally. That is something make you very proud. And Kuwait Foundation for the Advancement of Sciences, which headed by His Highness the Emir himself, is really supporting, and in all ways, the young people, the youth.
This program aims at focusing on the practical math for primary grades, starting from the 1st to the 5th. Part of the theoretical section is transformed into practice to establish the so-called Fun Math Club, Math Lab, as the students are introduced to practical lessons in math in a different way.
I won in level 5, the 4th position, and it's one of the top 5, and only the top 5 gets a cup like that. Also, I've been participated in the groups, Group C, and we've won the first place. In the first place, we've got the Princess's Cup and the Prime Minister Cup, so that's a 2. But while in the groups, we were 4, not just 1, so the competition was like much easier than the individual one. We also have been training for 2 months before the competition. It's a way that we calculate like adding, subtracting, multiplying and dividing, and also decimals in some really high levels.
This section includes a significant part of attraction and suspense, according to a scientific methodology and educational aids and tools totally conforming with the educational circular of fun math. The program focuses on learning mathematics processes rapidly, in which students are expected to perform faster 4 to 5 times from the calculator or the computer without using any. From the VIP lounge, I am Nurhan Alfi reporting to the week in 30 minutes.
Well, because we are running out of time, we apologize. We weren't able to view the report of the Korean embassy, but we will view it inshallah in the coming episode. So this brings us to the close of tonight's episode of the Week in 30 Minutes. We hope to see you again same time next week. Our highly dedicated team of correspondents is constantly out in the field searching for reports that matter most to you. We look forward to receiving your feedback on the stories we covered today and are ready to cover issues that are of special interest to you.
So please email us your suggestions to our email at moikuwaitnews@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at moikuwaitnews, as well as on Facebook at moikuwaitnews. And of course, if you would like to see our reports once again, you can always visit our YouTube channel at MOI Kuwait News. Thank you for joining us tonight, and hope to see you again next week with more exclusive reports. Have a good night.
Have a good night.